Okay, Marcos, we're going to start off with your first clip here. This is the initial swing you made when you started the camp. I'd just like to make note that your stance looks very comfortable. Excuse me, you look like you're in a good hitting position. I mean, you don't look, you know, you don't look overly tight or bound up in any way. Your arms and hands are in a very relaxed, comfortable position right around the armpit. I am going to put a swing plane on here so we take a look at it. So here's our swing plane. And we want to take a look at how we approach this swing plane. So as you can see, you load back. You have a little bit of a leg kick. You look a little like Alex Rodriguez, actually. And then your foot comes down at heel plant. And just as it comes down, your heel starts to come up. And you're creating a little bit of separation. It's not bad. You got a little bit of separation going here, which is good. Okay. Heel is coming up. Could definitely be you're vertically stacked, but you could definitely have a little more punch in that lower body of getting the knee going, if you will, a little more toward the pitcher. So this could definitely be going this way a little more as opposed to straight across to the other batter's box. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and let this run right on up because I want to make a note of the fact of your hands. So from right here at your hand position, I want you to note how your hands kind of go down toward that plane. So if I put a box on your hands right here, and then I drew a line on the pitch plane, your hands kind of go down in a position like this, right? So every inch that you drop your hands toward this yellow line right here is going to be this yellow line is the pitch plane. Every inch you drop your hands has a potential of putting the barrel of your bat below the pitch line or the pitch plane. So we're going to let this come down, and you're dropping them right down there, and your bat's coming down, and you can see that it passes underneath the pitch plane. So it actually travels on a path about like this. Like that, okay? When your bat is traveling below this double line, you cannot hit the ball because you're not in the plane of the pitch. We want our bat to stay as close to these two lines as possible for as long as possible. Okay? We want to be on the pitch plane like this as long as possible, okay? And as early as possible. So let's clear off this mess of lines here, all right? And I just want you to, I'm just going to put one line, one pitch plane back on here like this, okay? Something like this. There's our pitch plane. And I just want to run this back and forth a couple times so you can see that motion of dropping your hands down. Okay, down, under, and back up. Okay? All right. And then you end up very much on your front leg. So you end up here. Okay? So let's take a look at that in your second swing and see what kind of improvements we made based on the three core fundamental moves that we were teaching, which is hips lead the hands, swing on plane, and stay inside the ball. Okay? We're going to go back. I'm going to bring this back a little bit. Yep, definitely. Swinging down. All right, so let's bring this back, clear these lines off, and put up side by side. I'm going to move Alex Rodriguez out of here. And we're going to look at this. Your second swing, or your third swing, if you will. Okay. So if I take this and we get up here into this position, right? So here's our hitting position, right? Right here, we're ready to go. I'm going to bring this one all the way back. Okay. So very similar, right? Slightly open stance, ready to go. Hands back. All right. And let's see where we go with this swing. So here's our heel plant. Now you can see that in this move, I want you to look at the difference in the amount of movement you make forward to the one position. We talked a lot about the one position, or this heel up position in the back, where our front heel lands and our back heel comes up. So here is your vertical stack right here, and I want you to look, and here it is over here. All right, we're going to compare these two. So as you come up on this, I want you to look at how far you've moved forward. Okay? About that far. Okay? So let's see what we have in this one, okay? Because I think you're going to see a pretty big improvement. Right? So I want you to look at the difference in the drive in your back leg and where you are here, okay? You're actually getting to a much better position here, okay? And you get there sooner. So your hands are here, back, your knee is here, your hands are behind. Look at all that good separation you've created. So if I'm going to clear these off and just kind of point that out. Here are your hands, and here's your knee. That's a lot of power right there, bud. That's a lot of power. You really getting your hips open there, and your hands are back in a good hitting position. Right now, the other thing we talked about was how well you stayed on plane. So here's our pitch plane. Okay, so let's see what we do with this pitch plane. I'm guessing here, but let's see. So there's the ball. Look at how much better your hands stayed up. Okay, so your hands started about right. I'm going to put a box on them right here. All right, and I want you to see the path of your hands now. How quickly they get to the plane. So here they are here. Okay, and over here, if I clear these lines off, and I put a box on your hands here, and we move this forward. So you've dropped considerably with your hands, and your arms have straightened out, and you never got flat. You let the bat drag from the top side. It never got flat until you were almost fully extended. Now look over here at how your hands got flat and extended through that ball. Much better, much better. Your front elbow worked up, and boy, your hands really got that bat on plane. You didn't let your hands drop too close to the plane before you planed out. Here's your bat right here. Let me just make a line right here. Here's your bat right here. Man, I'll tell you, it doesn't get much more on plane than that. When that barrel releases to the ball, that's going to be right on plane. Bam! So you got on plane here, and you stayed on plane through impact here. That's 4 feet. Man, you're not going to miss many balls swinging like that. All right? And a good, solid finish, not over-rotated in the back. That's just a great swing. Really, really good swing. Much improved over this swing. You're looking, in this swing, you're looking down, you're swinging down, your head's down, and in this swing, you're out, you're powerful, you're explosive with your lower body. I think if you run them together, you can really see, if I were to take all these off and run them in impact sync, you'd be able to see what I'm talking about. So if I take these and I put them in impact sync, so they run together, I'm going to have you look at how much more explosive you are in this second video, the one where you're in the red shorts. I want you to look at the difference, okay? It's pretty amazing how much more explosive you are. Okay, we'll get it going here. Let's get you reset. Okay, that was one hit. Okay, now we're ready to hit. Okay, here we go. So look at how much more explosive you are in this video, in this second video. Man, you could just see right here. If I stop this video right here, and you looked at nothing more than your hitting position here versus where you thought or what your body thinks are the correct mechanics in the first video, it just makes an insane argument for squaring up bats and doing these drills properly, because this is a great looking swing in the second video as opposed to being down on the ball in the first one. Really, really great improvement. Great job, Marcos. Very impressive. Very impressive. So let's take that now. I'm going to take this first video and we're going to move it over to this side, or this second video, if you will. We'll move it over here. And over here, I'm going to put up Alex Rodriguez and bring it back, okay? And let's see how you compare to A-Rod, okay? Let's bring you back to your hitting position. Okay, so here we are ready to hit. Okay. Okay. So you guys look very, very similar. Okay, very similar. He's slightly open, front toe down, kind of easy on the front toe, similar to you. And I'm going to bring him up. He has a leg kick and pretty significant leg kick and gets to the front side in an explosive way. Back knee is headed toward the pitcher. Back heel is up on front heel plant. So when his front heel hits the ground right here, okay, right here, all right, this back heel is coming up, okay, and that back knee is driving toward the pitcher. He's ready to hit. I would argue that Marcos Iglesias looks exactly the same. Front heel down, back heel up, okay, front heel is down, back heel is up, back knee is headed toward the pitcher. Looking very A-Rod-ish right here, okay, very, very good, okay. Then we're going to bring this frame forward. To impact, I want you to note that you are vertically stacked, okay? When I bring A-Rod forward to impact, okay, he's lifted the ball a little bit, but look at his stack. He's stacked right over the backside, just like you. Okay, you're a little straighter because you're hitting a line drive, and he's trying to lift the ball, okay? But that's okay. Through impact, stacked, and through impact, you're stacked. Great position. And then you firm the front leg up as you hit. Look at those two frames. Back, back, back. Impact, you're loose. Impact, just pre-impact, your front knee is a little loose. As you drive through the ball, bang, your front knee tightens up. And you get that good front side firm position. Good V. Great job. Okay, Marcus, good looking swing. Keep working on the 3 fundamental drills. Always make sure you get to that good one position every time you hit. Whether or not you are swinging the bat or you're not swinging the bat, remember we always want to hit the next pitch, right? So you have to make sure that in this position you are always prepared to hit the next pitch. So whether you actually release the barrel of the bat to the ball or not, you always want to be right there every time. I'm swinging or I'm not. I want to be in that position every time. Boom, just like that. That looks fantastic. You did a great job. If you have any questions, get a hold of us via email at info@thehittingconnection.com. Great job, Marcos.